All right, I wanted to give you a quick review on stem and leaf plots. More importantly, how to make a split stem and leaf plot. So what I have up here right now is just a regular stem and leaf plot. I also want to point out how your key is really important. So make sure that you always include a key. And for example, if you pick a value, like let's say I pick 3, 1, all right, and I give an example like this, I need to tell the reader what does that represent, because it could represent 3.1 if all of these are decimals, or it could represent 31, or it could represent like 31%. So you really need to make sure that you include a key and that you are clear as to what that actually represents, whether it's a decimal or a percent or just a number. And then you should also give some sort of a label. So maybe this represents miles per gallon or something like that. So I would do like the label of miles per gallon. Okay, but anyway, if we're gonna make a split stem and leaf plot, what you do is you first start by taking the stems and make them like duplicates. So I'd have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay. Then we're going to split the leaves. And you always want to split the leaves 0 through 4 and 5 through 9. Because the numbers 0 through 4, there's 5 numbers from 0 to 4, and there's 5 numbers from 5 to 9. So we're splitting them evenly. So what that means is on the top line, anything in the 0 to 4 range will get listed. So if we're looking here, okay, all of these are in the 0 to 4 range. There's nothing in the 5 to 9 range, so there's not going to be anything on the second one here. That'll be left blank. Then we'll move on to the 2s. Anything into the 0 to 4 range, so all of these right here, are going to go on the top. 0, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. And then anything in the 5 to 9 range is going to get listed down here on the second 2. So I'll have 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Right? Is there 5 8s? Yep. And then 2 9s. Okay, then we move on to the 3s. So split anything that's a 0 through 4. So that would be these. 1, 1, 3. And then anything that's in the 5 to 9 range goes next. So I've got 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, and an 8. Then we move on to the 4s. Anything in the 0 to 4 range goes first. 3, 3. And then anything in the 5 to 9 range goes second. So basically, you're splitting it up. Each stem gets split, and the leaves get split in the 0 to 4 range and the 5 to 9 range. And really all this does is it just shows more detail. Meaning you're going to see some more gaps. So right here, we've got this gap. There's nothing in the 15 to 19 range. And maybe that has some importance. Maybe that would be something that you would want to talk about when you're describing your graph. Let's see. Okay, so this is always how we split. Okay, always. Make sure you always include a key. Make sure you give some sort of labels so we know what each number means. And let's see. If you are told to describe, okay, let's say that this is our stem and leaf plot and we're told to describe it and you're talking about the shape, what I would do is I would rotate it. So I would, let's see if I can get this to rotate. I would rotate it like this, like turn your page to the side, and then look at the shape of it. Because now your x-axis looks like a normal x-axis where you've got your smaller numbers to the left and then they get bigger as you go to the right. So then you'd be able to talk about the shape, like whether it's skewed right or left, etc. Or whether it's symmetric. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you about stem and leaf? Your stem always goes on the left and the leaves always go on the right, and the leaf is the final digit. So like let's say I had like 87, 91, 103, and 114, for example. My leaves are only going to be these last digits. So that means that the stems would have to be like 8, 9, 10, 11. So then the leaf would be a 7, a 1, a 3, and a 4. Okay. I think that's about it. That's a real quick summary of stem and leaf plots. And if you're asked to describe, make sure you cuss. All right, bye.